My husband belonged to a mafia bloodline forbidden to leave the country, so when I discovered he had gotten my cousin pregnant, I did not ask for a divorce. I filed for permanent residency overseas. Once I crossed the border, Dominic Conti could never follow me, and he had no idea my flight left in 3 days. I had spent weeks preparing without using any account connected to the Contis. I transferred my personal savings in small amounts, mailed copies of my documents to a friend abroad, and listed my parents' old apartment as the last address no one in Dominic's organization monitored. The residency approval in my bag was more valuable than jewelry because it created the one distance his power could not close. The rule was not symbolic. The Conti bloodline's power depended on remaining inside the country. Dominic could send men, money, and threats abroad, but crossing the border himself would cost the name and authority he valued above life. The immigration officers recognized my name. They whispered about the powerful man who supposedly adored me and wondered why any woman would walk away from him. The world knew Dominic as a cold, disciplined heir who had never allowed another woman near him. Then he met me at a college gala and pursued me with an intensity that made headlines. He filled the sky with fireworks, remembered every preference, and once drove through a storm because I mentioned craving chocolate croissants. When my parents died, he abandoned a business trip and came home to hold me. He arranged their funeral, slept outside my room when grief kept me awake, and made every member of his family swear that I would be treated as a Conti. His protection had felt absolute. That history was why the betrayal with Ava did not look real at first. I had trusted the man who carried me through my worst loss more than I trusted my own eyes. You still have me, Arabella. I'll never leave you. I married him because I believed that promise. 5 months ago, my cousin Ava moved into our home while I helped her find work. She arrived with 2 suitcases, no savings, and stories about relatives who looked down on her. I gave her clothes for interviews, introduced her to employers, and defended her when the household staff questioned why she wandered through private rooms. Each kindness gave her another path into the center of my marriage. Dominic slept with her on the sofa, in the kitchen, and in our bed. I learned the locations from traces neither of them bothered to hide, and messages Ava sent to test how much I knew. She had entered our home asking for help, then treated every room as proof that she could take what belonged to me. On my way home from immigration, Ava posted a photograph of a man's profile pressed against an ultrasound image. The account was restricted, so only selected people could see it. Ava wanted me to notice without giving me evidence I could easily show the family. Other posts used cropped hands, reflections, and gifts I recognized from our home. She was not hiding the affair from me. She was measuring how much humiliation I would accept before reacting. Happiness is having a baby with the man you love. I recognized my husband immediately. Dominic met me at the door and fastened a necklace around my throat. Happy anniversary of the day we met. I had dinner flown in from Europe. When I said I felt sick, he summoned private doctors, bought supplements, warmed milk himself, and stayed beside me until I fell asleep. He could put a child inside another woman and still play the perfect husband without missing a detail. That was what made leaving possible. If Dominic had become openly cruel, I might have confronted him. His tenderness showed that he could betray me without disrupting his routine, which meant no promise or apology could make the marriage safe again. Late that night, I woke thirsty and found Ava holding him in the hallway. "You gave her an expensive necklace," she complained. "I asked for one too. If I'm unhappy, your baby is unhappy." Dominic pushed her away. "Remember your place. I love Arabella. If she discovers this, you and I are finished." Then he took out a second necklace, the same design as mine in another color, and handed it to her. Ava smiled. "Are you really that afraid she'll leave?" "Yes. I can't live without her. If she leaves, I'll go insane." I returned to bed before he saw me and silently counted the days. 3. The next morning, a woman in the family compound publicly accused her husband of keeping a mistress. Dominic covered my ears. "Don't listen to that filth. Do all men of